Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend,
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us.
Absolutely, because if it's not interesting to us, it's not matter to you.
It's what?
Exactly.
It not matter you. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Precisely. James, it is November 22nd,
That is correct.
2023. This is
Yes.
8:02 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
That means that we are live the day before Thanksgiving. Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, by the way. So we have our comments and our chat is open. So please come on in. Drop your comments, your questions, the answers if we ask a question, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Engage.
Engage with us.
We're live, interactive,
Yes.
and we're broadcasting
Yes.
from Reno, Nevada, and
Las Vegas this time.
yes. So, and by this time last week,
Yeah.
you and I were together
Together.
in Anaheim.
That is correct.
What were we doing there?
We were at the happiest place on earth.
And
Actually, that was World of Color night? Yeah, we went live. We went live for World of Color. Yeah,
one of the nights, and that night in particular, it was one of the rainiest places on earth.
yeah, yeah. That song, what Tony Stone's song, "It Never Rains in Southern California," lies.
I have never been to Disneyland when it's rained that much.
I have been one time. One time, but that was years ago. Years ago.
So, in this photo there, what exactly were we doing?
So that was they had their what is that called? Holiday festival for something along those lines. And
beverage food festival or
yeah, so they have it's like basically they have these carts all around California Adventure. This is a California Adventure thing. So they have carts all over the park, and each cart has
food and wine festival is what it's called.
Yeah, and they have there's different food, there's different drinks and things like that at each of these carts. And so that night, before World of Color, I was walking by one of the carts and I noticed that they had a churro beer. And I was
and we loved Disneyland churros.
We loved Disneyland churros, and so I was like, all right, churro beer. I mean, I thought that, oh, it must be something along the same lines. It was not, but it was still very delicious. And you might notice that we have something in our hands. Those were churro Kit Kats that we were dipping in our churro beer.
That's right. Yes, dip, take a little bite.
Yeah,
add a little flavor.
Add a little churro flavor.
So yeah, last week we were hanging out down in Anaheim at Disneyland and California Adventure. I see you've got something. What are you about to crack there?
This is actually something I've never had. This is a Sam Adams. They call it OVP. It's an oaked vanilla porter.
Oaked vanilla porter.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just doing the Oktoberfest. I got to get these finished off.
Yeah, I've had this sitting for a little while, and so I've been waiting to try it because I wanted to try it on the show, of course. And so here we go. Let's see. It smells good. It smells like a porter for sure.
So while you're trying that out, we are on tonight for the first time ever. We are on a new platform.
Oh.
I wanted to try something out. It's new as an accessible platform on here on Restream, and I was like, I've never heard of it, so I thought, let's check it out. It's called Kick.com.
Oh, you know what? I have heard about this. I don't know much about it. I've heard of it.
And we're clearly not showing up on their let's see if the page that I created doesn't even show up. That's interesting. Let's go to our channel, and I hope we're pushing out. Oh, we are, as a matter of fact. So I'm getting an echo in my ear.
Oh, awesome.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay, at least we're going.
So I got to go away from that because it's.
Yeah, I know. That's
So,
cool.
anyways,
No, I've heard of Kick. I didn't really a girl I follow on Twitter, she joined Kick and I just didn't go. I didn't understand what it was. So
yeah, I'm still not sure. So they have categories. Just chatting, which I would say is what we fall under. Grand Theft Auto, slots and casino, Call of Duty 3, Modern Warfare, Free Fire, Fortnite, League of Legends, pools, hot tubs, and bikinis. Uh, Counter Strike, Dota, and then there's groups for games in real life, music, gambling, whatever. I don't know. I figured let's check it out. Let's see. Let's see if anybody's interested. According to their page, they have 20 million subscribers. So small compared to some of those,
Yeah.
Twitch or whatever.
But they've only been going for a couple months now.
Okay. Like I said before today, I'd never heard of it. So
yeah, I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't, and so unfortunately I never really checked it out. So
well, we're going to be early adopters.
All right, we're gonna get on it.
We'll see how it goes. And as a reminder, we are live and engaging with you. So if you are watching us on kick.com,
absolutely let us know.
Yeah, this is our first time there with you. So we'd love to hear from you. So let's talk about something fun that we spent some time down in Anaheim, down Disneyland. 3 days.
Yeah. Well, for me.
Oh yes, you came into town on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
And we went to Disneyland that day, and you and I went hard. We went from the time you got there. You arrived at about 11 ish,
yeah,
and you and I went hard the rest of the day.
Yep.
So midnight. Yeah. Well, just shy of midnight. You were there.
I was there a little bit later because we were trying to get on the Matterhorn, and it decided it was going to break down. And we
hold on. Let's back that up a little bit and talk about the Matterhorn experience, because
right.
So I didn't know that there was single rider on Matterhorn.
Me neither. And so I saw it, and I was like, "Yo, let's do that."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and me being the dummy that I am, I said, "Sure." That was the worst single rider line I have ever been in.
Yeah, by far.
There was maybe 10 or 12 people ahead of us. And it took us longer than it would have if we would have just went to standby.
Right. And that was the ridiculous part. Like the girl that was, at least on the side that we were on, the girl that was running that side, she was pulling people from the line instead of pulling people from the single rider line.
Mm-hmm.
Which
yeah, she would go deep into the line to find one person, two people, instead of just pulling from the single rider.
Which I understand those people are waiting, but that's one of the reasons that people go single rider, because they know they're not going to be with their group or whatever. So you just pull them and you send them on, and they fill up whatever car, and then that goes and blah blah blah. Yeah, like it was by far the worst experience I've had in a single rider line. I've never had to wait that long.
Yeah, in a single rider line. And that was going to be our last ride of the night.
Yeah,
because it was already pushing, I think 11:30 at that point.
Yeah, so we were just like, that was the last thing we really wanted to hit the day, and we would have been good. And Mark got inside, and then tell him what happened.
So riding the Matterhorn at night is more scary than any other time, because it's not a scary ride generally, but to me,
yeah.
But when you are going through that bobsled and it's racking your back and you can't see what's coming next, it's a little scary. Yeah. Luckily, at 11:30 at night, I didn't have that issue, because just as I got to the top and it released to let us go down the mountain, the work lights came on. because I guess the ride went down.
Yeah.
And so the whole time as I'm coming down the mountain, I'm freaking out. I'm like, am I going to go into the backside of the car ahead of me? Because if the ride's down, what is I'm hoping there's fail safes to stop me, break me. Um,
Not
but
on this ride.
we got Pop Culture Kaboom checking in. Hey, Jimmy, I'm assuming that's you. So yeah, that was a little frightening. And then you literally, please.
Yeah, so I finally get into a cart and it starts going, and all of a sudden, stop.
Mm-hmm,
And we're waiting at the bottom just before we enter to go up, and nothing. And they pull us out, and they're like, all right, wait right here. And then we waited for a couple minutes, and they put us back into they didn't put us back in the queue, but they put us back in for the cars. And we were there was a party that was going to be going ahead of us when the ride actually was up again. And they kept saying, oh, just a couple minutes. And it was like, okay, whatever. I'm okay. So finally, Mark came down, and I was just like, yeah, bro, I'm going to try and ride this. They say it's going to be a few minutes. And so.
And I was like, so for me, so you can.
Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Am I still here?
Yeah. Oh, was that you or is that?
I'm not sure. You're not moving on my end. So
oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
All right. So anyways, James decided he was going to stay in the line, come back. And while he was there, I decided I was going to go back to my hotel, go to bed, mostly due to the fact that James came into town Tuesday morning at 4:30 in the morning, and I met up with him to hand off some stuff to him before he went to his hotel to check in and get some sleep. I had been going that whole day, where he, went back to his hotel, got a little nappy poo in before coming to the park. So he decided he wanted to stay and try and ride the ride. Cool. You have fun with that. I got some sleep to catch up on.
Yeah.
And one of the rides that we did get on that day as well earlier, and for some reason this isn't working. I'm not sure why. Let me try again. Yeah, it must be me. I'm going to drop off for a second.
Okay. Anyway, so oh, there you go. That was good old Space Mountain.
Yes, indeed. We and we actually we rode the ride. We stood in the line. It was a longer wait. I'd say 40-ish minutes.
Yeah.
And we got on the ride and got back into the station. And
they were like, "You guys want to go again?" And we were like,
"Yes,
yeah." And so off we went one more time.
Yeah, so we got the twofer, which was nice, and we got all the hippies in the back of our car there, I guess, with the peace signs.
All right, peace, man.
And I'm not sure what exactly you and I are looking at there, or what is wrong with my face. Like, oh, what is going on there? And my tongue is like, You, on the other hand, what are you looking at?
Huh? I don't know what I was looking at. I was just looking down the tunnel.
So, anyways, we had some good times. We that day we focused on doing all the like thrill rides, if you will. We made sure we did Rise of the Resistance, and we knocked out Millennium Falcon, and we did Single Rider there, and we got to be on the same flight, so that was cool.
We did when we got both of the cargos that we were supposed to get. That was fun.
The next day we went to California Adventure.
Yep.
And
rain.
it was Rain-mageddon.
Yeah.
Luckily, we got on Radiator Springs Racers early in the morning.
Yeah, because otherwise it was down pretty much the rest. No, I mean we did it later. It was like late.
What's
late.
this Wii stuff? I didn't go on it later.
I'm sorry. Sorry, me and your wife went on.
Yes. Last ride of the night, and let's talk about that story really briefly, because I told y'all the park closes at 10.
Right.
No, it's closing at 11.
What we thought, because
No, you thought.
Well, yeah, but it was also because there was a show. There was a 10
World of Color.
World of Color 10:15 show, which I was like, if they have a World of Color show, I mean, they have to be open later.
So for World of Color, we had really great seats, if you will.
Yeah. Watch the video. It's on our YouTube page.
Yes, indeed. And part of the reason we had those great seats was for lunch that day. We ate at the wine Italian restaurant. I can't remember what it's called. I'd never eaten there before.
No.
Service, very good.
Yeah.
Food was very good.
There was that spill that wasn't our server, but that was, man,
entertainment.
Slow. When you see those glasses drop with drinks in them, and it is absolute slow mo. Oh man, it is. Oh, that is painful.
Yes, agreed. But it was expensive, because you're getting that premium spot to watch World of Color.
Yeah.
That really was actually smaller than I expected, and there was almost no one there. I think a lot of it due to the rain, which
right.
I was fine with.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like the value for what you got, you got the starter, a soup, or a salad, you got your entree, and you got a dessert, and your drink, your soda or water, or whatever was included.
Yeah, that's the soup. Okay, so I actually ordered the salad, and I ended up finishing your wife's soup, and that soup was fire.
I've never had minestrone before, and that's probably going to be mind-boggling to people. I'd never had minestrone before, and I was like, "Is this what it tastes like?" Because if so, I've been missing out. and you said no. This is
different. Like I still remember every time I see minestrone now, I think of when I worked at Nordstrom for a little while in their cafe. I was working as a lead cashier in there, and this guy comes in. He goes, "Hey, what are your soup?" And we, or no, he didn't ask what our soup was. He's like, "Hey, can I get a bowl of minestrone soup?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking?
Let me get that minestrone."
Yeah, he was like, "Can I get a bowl of minestrone soup?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then I was like, "You mean minestrone?"
Yeah, and as Jenny calls out the dessert, the tiramisu. I am not a fan of tiramisu, but this was delicious. It was seasonal. It wasn't, that
I guess this
typical
is an all the time thing.
Yeah, it wasn't your typical like cappuccino, heavy flavored. It had that like holiday spice flavor to it.
Yeah, that cinnamon, nutmeg, like a little bit of clove.
Yeah, and it came with this really weird like biscotti almost.
Yo.
That had like it looked like pistachio nuts, cranberries.
Yeah. It was
with,
that was
white chocolate
fire.
layer.
It was a white chocolate with World of Color, like had World of Color on it in like different in like different colors on it, and it's like it was like a frosting on it, and it was delicious.
Yeah. So again, I highly recommend if you're going and wanting great seating for World of Color. I highly recommend doing that.
Make sure you ask for the World of Color menu. You have to order that.
It is a special menu, and they will not give it to you just as your normal seating. You've got to ask for it.
And and also if it's ever raining, especially if you're at California Adventure, don't wear Vans. Don't do it.
So here's the part that really pissed me off. In the morning, I was wearing my sandals, which it wasn't raining much in the morning,
right?
So it wasn't too bad. The afternoon, I was like, okay, I'm going to wear my non-slip shoes, the ones that I've been wearing since I was in the restaurant industry and everything. I was slipping and sliding all evening.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
So
you were wearing non. Well, so much for non-slims.
absolutely. So
Yeah,
needless to say,
I went back to the hotel. So after lunch, we all kind of went, back to our hotels because, well, I went back to my hotel
to change
because
your
I needed
shoes.
to change my shoes, and I ended up my phone was dying, so my charger wasn't gonna get any sun that day, so I was kind of SOL there. So I wanted to charge my phone too, so I took that opportunity to rest a little bit before I went back. But yeah, no, like once I put my boots on, I was like, cool. It didn't matter anymore. Oh man, that was rough. I'll tell you that much.
So something we neglected to mention from the first day, we ended up, they do the holiday stuff, and there's the fireworks that take place
Oh
on Main Street and everything, which is its own experience. But
yeah,
I don't know how long this has been going on, but we decided to do the Rivers of America or whatever they're calling it now,
yeah.
because
Bayou, whatever. It
yeah,
doesn't matter.
because with Phantasmic not happening,
Yeah,
they were doing something unique that it synced up with the fireworks as well, but they used that waterfront area with spraying water and having imagery
yeah.
and everything, and the fireworks that were taking place elsewhere
Perfect.
synced
Absolute
up.
perfect.
It was a very different feel. It was a much lighter crowd. You weren't feeling shoulder to shoulder like on Main Street.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Plus, before that, they had a little water thing with talking about Louisiana and jazz music and everything else. And then they had what they call the jambalaya. I think it was called the jazz band that actually plays at Tiana's place during the day, out on one of the rafts playing music just right around that waterfront area. And they were pretty amazing.
Agreed. I
Yeah.
very much enjoyed them.
I posted those videos are on I believe, did you take them over to our Instagram page? Because I know I put it on my Instagram page and I tagged us in it. I tagged our page in it. I don't know if it went over there.
No, but you have access to our page, so you
I
can
don't have
always...
it. I don't have access to our page right now.
Oh, well, you should fix that. And then, of course, we had our final day there at Disneyland. And for me, the biggest highlight was we went and ate at the River Belle Terrace, which I had never eaten at before. And I'm looking at the menu, and I'm like, okay, there's a couple different things here that I find interesting. And the one that I got, I did not regret. I had my hesitations. I got the biscuits and gravy.
Right.
Sounds kind of basic, except it was chicken gravy,
chicken cracklins
with chicken cracklins, which I had never had before, which is basically chicken pork rinds, or
crispy chicken skin.
So delicious, all of it. The biscuits, buttery, lovely, delicious. The gravy, amazing, delicious. The chicken cracklins, fire.
Yeah,
I was very pleased with my selection. James, what did you have?
It was I don't even remember the name of it, but it was it was basically like these loaded brunch fries. It had what was it, prime? I think was it prime rib? No, it wasn't prime rib.
It was brisket.
Yeah, it had brisket. I got a sunny side up egg so I could get some of you get an egg on it, and he was like, how do you want it cooked? And I was like, give it to me sunny side up so I can get some of the yolk and kind of get it out there. And it had, oh man, these fries.
Oh yeah,
where on earth do they get these fries from?
They're like potato strips almost. They're curled,
and they're like almost like curly. They're like big curly fries, and they are seasoned in the most. I don't even know how to. They are absolutely delicious. Like, these are probably my favorite. I think we said these are our favorite fries at this park.
Yeah. No, I don't know why they don't sell those fries throughout the park.
Why they don't have those other places, I don't know. But man, it is, my goodness.
I will tell you, just so that you know, my first day there, you weren't there. You and Tyrus, or my first day at California Adventure, I should say. You and Tyrus would be proud of me. I did a hot link.
Really? One of the from that stand.
Yeah, so I got my kid was there and my wife. So I got my kid a corn dog and I got a hot link.
Nice.
And I'm glad I did because I had some of my kids' corn dog and
Bleh.
it was just it was fine, but there wasn't much to it. The hot link, it definitely has more flavor and has something to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So so that was cool. And the other thing that we did, we timed it out perfect. I don't know if you remember when we went 2 years ago, we saw that Viva Navidad show. So we happened to be in that area right at that time. And I was like, I know exactly where this is happening. And so there's that seating area right there behind where the parade was happening. So we had like front row seating for the entire parade.
Nice.
So that was cool. But yeah, overall, any other highlights to call out? You got to do. We also found out Space Mountain has a single rider line.
Yeah.
Of course, we didn't find that out until the last day.
Yeah. And actually, we did learn something. I think we both found very awesome. So this is years ago when we both worked at Red Robin. We worked with a gentleman by the name of AJ Red. He left Red Robin and he has been working at Disneyland for
the last 8 years.
Yeah. Here's something that we didn't know this at the time. So he is the reason, he's part of the reason that there's now alcohol in Disneyland, like
available outside of Club 33.
Yeah, outside of Club 33. There's at the cantina. At the cantina, he was one of the ones responsible because he worked at the cantina as the bar manager, the restaurant manager for the past 3 years. And so basically now that Black Spire Outpost is canon to the Star Wars universe, when they were making up drinks, one of the drinks he made is now canon in Star Wars because it has to be approved by Lucasfilms
and Walt Disney executives.
Yeah. I was like, yo, that is crazy.
Yeah. We had a very interesting conversation with AJ. We were standing outside of the Haunted Mansion for about 15, 20 minutes talking to him, which was great. It was great to see him, to know that, this guy has worked 8 years. I liked AJ a lot when we worked with him at Red Robin.
Yeah.
He was a person that I felt like was extremely competent, knew what he was doing, was a good trainer. You could tell he cared about his people. And so to see him go to Disneyland, and in 8 years, he went from line level staff to now he is what they call Duty 1. When he is on shift, he is the one person responsible for all of Disneyland.
Yeah.
Any call.
He answers to nobody and answers to everybody.
He's
responsible for everybody, but he answers to no one except the executives
at Walt Disney Company. So he fills them in as to what's going on in the park. He's the guy that shows up first when there's an emergency call, medical response, whatever. Speaking of which, you had an interesting experience on Indiana Jones.
Yeah. So we were, your wife and I, we were riding that because you were taking your daughter to some other ride. And so your wife really wanted to do Indiana Jones after we did Jungle Cruise. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with her. No problem. And so we're on the ride and we get to the end and it stops. Like Indiana Jones is supposed to drop down. And then, the boulder comes down. He's like, back up. And we just sat there. And I was just like, oh, wow. And this happened many times on this trip. I don't know what was with this trip. But we finally back up, go down and come out and we see a gurney. And we're like, oh, what the heck is going on? And so we finally pull into the station. The gurney's there. I guess there's another car, whatever. It had to be another car, of course. And we're walking by, and actually, that's when I first saw AJ because we had been looking for him the night before, and we saw, and he's like, DeVro, and I was like, oh snap, AJ, what's up, bro? And so that's how I got to see him for the first time, and we chatted for a minute. I got his new number, all that kind of good stuff, and then we don't know what happened after that point, but he had to report to that. That's one of the things he had to report to. So
I'll bet that guy gets his steps in.
Oh, he said he gets his steps in for sure.
Yeah,
he's all over the park.
Yeah, and he works days and nights and mids.
And that day was, what was it? Level, you said level 0?
Level 0, which is like basically sold out.
Yeah,
no reservations.
That day, actually, there was no reservations. Actually, the only reason I was actually able to get in is shout out to Benji. I don't know if he probably has. I told him about the show. I don't know if he's watched it or not, but he hooked me up fat. Like, I was like, yo, I tried to make my reservation for the park. It was closed. It was full. Is there anything that we can do? Because, my family's going to be here. I mean, yeah, because you guys know your family. And so I was like, is there anything you could do? Help me out. And he was like, hold on. He went to the back, came back with a tablet, and was like, all right, I'm just going to basically like get you in here. And so he did his magic. And so, yeah, shout out to him for real.
And one of the things I always say, if you're at the parks and you have an experience like that, go into the app, the Disneyland app, and go to the guest compliment, cast compliment section, and give that shout out. Because it lets you put where you were, the cast member's name, so on and so forth.
Their favorite character, their character on their name tag.
Yeah. So
differentiate.
Yes. So please, if you can, call those people out, because they do get recognized when there is a guest compliment.
That's good.
And so I know I had like 3 or 4 throughout the trip that I made sure I called out.
Yeah, and then also that same night. So this on that first night, that's when I got that taken care of. And then also the girl, there was the guy, I can't remember his name. I really wanted to get something for the 100th anniversary, the 100 years of animation thing. They had this one sweatshirt that I was kind of feeling, but then like when I got up on it, it was black and it had purple writing on it, which was pretty cool, but it had all this glitter on it. And I was like, that is a big no. That is 100% not going to happen. And so I found this sweatshirt and I was like, yo, like I'm feeling, I kind of like it. I like the back more than anything. But I was like, all right, let me see if I can find a t-shirt. The t-shirt they had was exactly what I was looking for, but they didn't have my size. It went from, medium, large, 3X. And I was like, what? And so one of the dudes, I was asking about it, and he's like, I think I saw 2X up in the room, like I can go check for you. And I was like, yo, that'd be awesome, man, if you can check for me. So he went upstairs, checked it. I grabbed the sweatshirt just in case. And so he came back down and was like, no, it was actually a 3X on a 2X hanger. And so I was like, yo, man, I super appreciate you doing that for me. And then like I'm debating this sweatshirt. It's lavender. I don't know how I'm gonna look in lavender. And the girls got me so gassed up there. I had to give them a shout out, because like they were like, no, you'll look great in lavender. I think lavender will be perfect on you. Blah, blah. And so like I was like, oh, I don't know. And so like they kept asking other coworkers, like, hey, do you think you'll look good in lavender? And I was like, all right, well, I bought it and I put it on. And I looked at I pulled up a picture on my phone and I was like, okay, yeah, that actually does work. I'll take it.
We got our first Kick comment.
Yeah.
From TXYOGM checking in. Fat and Black. What a name.
Yeah.
Yes, I wonder if he knows which one is which.
I don't know. But yeah, you know what? Tell your friends and make sure you subscribe to us. Check us out. We here every week.
Please, yeah, get people to join us on Kick, because we're new here.
Yeah, we knew on these streets.
Yeah,
we knew in these Kick streets.
Yeah, we've been doing the Twitch and the YouTube and the Facebook, but the kids evidently are all coming to Kick. So, and he's asking, or she, I don't know, what is Fat and Black about? Well, our catchphrase, if you will, is we talk about anything and everything as long as it's interesting to us.
That is correct.
A lot of what we talk about is video games.
Yep.
Sci-fi. Yep. Marvel.
Yep.
Comics.
Yep.
We are shortly going to be talking about the comic convention that we are actually organizing and hosting. We're
Yeah.
going to dive into that in just a couple of moments. We also produce audio dramas. So
we talking about that a little bit later.
We talk about that for sure. So, you know, we're just two guys that like to hang out. The background is during COVID, we were checking in on each other, seeing how we were doing.
Yep.
And we decided to go live on Facebook. And here we are 3 years later.
Rest is history. And
Yes.
now you know the rest of the story.
So,
this OVP is mighty delicious, bro.
are you still nursing that first one?
Well, yeah, only because like we were talking and so I wasn't really drinking, but yeah, no, this is the vanilla is it's subtle but oh man, it's so flavorful.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
So let's switch gears, shall we? Shall we dive into some of that stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, as we mentioned, KaboomCon.
KaboomCon.
I apologize. I didn't say it properly. The first ever comic convention to be held in the capital city of Nevada.
Capital City.
Also known as Carson City.
Carson.
Not Las Vegas. A lot of people think it's Las Vegas.
I don't know how. Like, look at a map. Where's the star? The star is in Carson City.
Yeah. So we are up to around 40-ish total vendors, and we added a couple new ones. So we got Chuck Dog Collect Tables.
Chuck Dog.
They're coming in. They're selling some odds and ends and lots of fun comic-related items.
Oh, yeah.
And we've also added Affect Comics, who this is a comic book brand that they do their own comic called The Sanctified Saint, A Man on Fire. I have no idea. You asked me earlier, is this a religious comic book? I have no idea. I have not read it, but I'm excited to have them there and learn more. I mean, they do have the Jesus fish in their logo, so could be. Don't know.
Yeah, we will find out.
Yeah, we gonna find out on September 7th, 2024. So that is coming down the pike, KaboomCon. And with that, we did recently release the official logo for KaboomCon 2024, done by the fabulous Jam the Artist.
That is correct.
And with that, we can now release the official T-shirt
for
KaboomCon 2024. Pretty straightforward. One unique thing about the T-shirt is inside in the tag, it's got the 97 to Now logo.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And we've got the Fat Kid, Gear Deli Jeff checking in. God, I hope it is. And TXYO, I'm assuming black is glasses and fat is the one with the beer. Well, we both have beers. And I am what we call a reverse Oreo.
Stop it.
White on the outside, black on the inside. So, anyways, additionally, this is my favorite one, the KaboomCon Hawaiian shirt.
I like that for sure.
So this is actually a picture of James's son. For those of you that don't know, he's putzing around somewhere out there and modeling. So
I have no idea who this child is. The paternity test is still out.
That's not cool, man.
That's funny. My son, I have 0 kids.
So we only have a few vendor slots left. Like we said this before, and then we ended up renting more space to add more tables. Now we're at a place where we're almost truly full up. We have
we were sold out. We were sold out, and then we moved the stage and everything else out of there, and so we were able to add more tables in, and we're now almost sold out again.
Yeah, we literally have 1 8x5 left, and we have 5 10x10s left. So, however, there is still plenty of space for food and beverage vendors. So if you are a local food or beverage vendor, or heck, even if you're not local, if you want to make the trek in, you got a food truck, they're mobile. Come on down. We'd love to have you. We've got plenty of space out in the west side parking lot that we've rented.
That's correct.
I think we can handle another 10 or 12 food beverage vendors out there. So
Yeah, we're gonna work on it.
we're up to 6, I believe. So I'd love to get another, at least,
At least
6.
6.
Yeah, I'd like to be at a nice dozen. I feel like that gives some nice selection.
Yeah, solid dozen.
Yeah, so we're still looking for some more food beverage vendors. We're also still looking for some people who might want to do some marketing.
Yeah.
We have some sponsorship availability. So if you're at all interested, check out the KaboomCon Facebook page. All the links and everything are there.
Yes.
Pretty simple, straightforward. Because this is the first year we didn't create a website yet because that costs cheddar.
We got to see how it goes.
Yeah, we want. I can tell you, it's going well. So I am certain that by the time we finish this first year and start getting ready for the second, it'll be time to. But let's talk about some of our normal stuff.
Yeah,
Bluey, the video game.
those adorable Australian dogs.
Daddy. And Gear Jelly Jeff is hoping for year 2 to be way bigger. Agreed. And we've got some people that we're hoping to line up for year 2 that Gear Jelly Jeff is friends with in the wrestling kingdom, if you will.
Wrestle.
So Bluey the video game. So I saw this trailer. Now I've got a young one, and so of course I have to watch Bluey. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. It appeals to me. I would have never watched it if not for my kid. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
But having watched it, it appeals to me. There are very often times, so the father's name is Bandit, and he's over here on the left. There are very often times that I feel like, yeah, that's me. When he goes and passes gas and in funny situations, that's me. So the video game came out, but I saw this trailer and I was like, okay, that looks cool. I wonder if it's made for kids. Is it made for adults? Because there's a multiplayer component to it where you can have, all 4 family members. If you have 4 remotes, you could be playing with your whole family and, each person playing as a character and doing stuff. It's cool. It is a cool game. It is super easy. It is clearly meant for, 5, 6, 7-year-olds, I think, because it is very super basic, but it's fun. It's engaging. I can't wait to introduce my kid to it.
We have to find the treasure map.
Yes, indeed. What do we got next? I'll let you take this one.
Man. Percy Jackson and the Olympian. Oh man, I'm excited for this series. The movies were a little bit of a disappointment, and because I think you have about 2 hours to tell an entire story. So I dig the fact that they're doing a series, and so hopefully they will take the series and they'll be able to kind of go through a little bit slower, tell the full story. Now, I mean. If they're doing if they're doing the Lightning Thief, which that's the first story, then that could be a whole season in itself, depending on how they do it. So hopefully they get the books done, because that would be, and maybe move on to the Heroes of Olympus series. But we'll see.
So would you say you are juiced, or you're just gonna wait and see?
I'm interested to see what they do with it, because again, the movies were disappointing. So I'm hoping that the series is better. So I'm skeptical. But we're gonna see.
Unfortunate.
We're gonna see for sure.
Madam Web. This one, so I don't know enough about the character. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. This is a Sony Spider-Man universe, film.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten Craven yet, and we're already getting this.
Yeah, when is this supposed to come out, by the way? I thought the Craven was supposed to be done already.
It's done. I think it comes out. It's either before the end of this year or it's early next year.
I thought it was supposed to be out already.
Let's see.
I haven't heard anything about it since like the beginning trailers.
August 30th, 2024.
Oh, never mind. They released that trailer super early then.
Yeah, they did. Considering Madam Web is supposed to come out Valentine's Day.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Anyway, there must have been some shoots going on.
For me, I don't know enough about the character, and of course, Jimmy gives me a big boo because I'm sure he can probably spend hours, like 3 hours, over on Pop Culture Kaboom talking about it. And if you haven't checked it out, check out the Pop Culture Kaboom podcast. You can find it on your favorite podcast player. Produced by 97 and Now Productions. Pop Culture Kaboom, by the way, just celebrated its 5th anniversary.
5 years.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy. So here's the thing, and I was trying to call into the show that night, and they were having issues with the phones. They actually mentioned it on the show. I was listening, and I was trying to call in to wish them happy 5-year anniversary, and also let them know because that night was also the 1-year anniversary of Murphy's Inc.
The release of episode 1 of Murphy's Inc.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, definitely happy anniversary. A little late, happy belated anniversary, I should say.
So this last Sunday they just started their season 6.
That's great.
And Jimmy says, too many calls broke the phone system. Well, that also happens when Joe Bly is involved, I guess, because I kept hearing him randomly in the episode. I'm like, why is Joe Bly there? That was kind of weird. Anyways, back to Madam Web. And evidently Jimmy doesn't have good things to say about Madam Web. So I for sure won't see this in the theater. Or as Jimmy would say, this probably is getting at best a blah, but more likely it's getting a touch brown based on the trailer. So
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I also don't know a lot about the character either. But I think, the trailer was a little interesting. I don't know. I found it a little bit interesting.
Jimmy gives it a blah. So
yeah. But that is the official trailer. Never mind. I thought it was.
Yeah. However, we did get a trailer for What If Season 2.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, man, I am excited about this one. Starts on December 22nd.
Yep.
Releases 1 episode a day for the last 9 days of the year. It's 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Cool. I loved What If Season 1. I didn't in the beginning. Like, I'm not going to lie. The first episode was cool. The second episode was all right. Third episode, I was like, yeah. But then it got really good and built to, the climax of that season. Really got me excited. So, I am very much looking forward to season 2. I'm wondering how relevant Christmas really is to the season, because you can see there's a Tony Stank down here in a Santa outfit.
I think it was
Thor in a Santa hat.
I think they just made it. I think they made it because it's the holiday season. Like, I don't think it actually. From what the trailer shows, it doesn't look like it plays it at all.
Okay.
So, but I think they just made the poster to. Hey,
I mean, you've even got the Santa hat on the A.
Like,
I was looking.
Christmas time is here.
I was, putzing around looking at the image, trying to see, what exactly there might be, if there's any hidden things within, and I'm not seeing anything really. Is that Thanos? We're gonna get some more.
Can't tell.
Yeah, Kate Bishop maybe, or is that Darcy?
Yeah. Oh no, Darcy isn't in the season.
Happy. So I don't know. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. I'm. You know what? You know what I am?
What are you? I'm juiced, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I am indeed. So that starts December 22nd.
Who?
And the one in the middle, the big one, yes, that is the Watcher.
I am the Watcher. This is What If.
So last week, because we were at Disneyland, we didn't do our normal show.
You're right. We did a show.
An abbreviated version. We did, the World of Color. However, last week we had episode 11 of Murphy's Inc. Season 2 drop, and this was the new art for the cover for that episode, Must Be Stopped. This also drops Friday in all of your favorite podcast platforms. So,
Black Friday.
That's right. Named after you. So if you haven't already subscribed, please go out there wherever you take in your podcasts. Yeah. Go out, subscribe for Murphy's Inc. and
Podbean, Spotify,
iTunes, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever's clever.
Apple Podcasts.
Make sure you subscribe to Murphy's Inc. and Pop Culture Kaboom podcast.
Do them both.
However, we do now have the episode that is releasing this Sunday, episode 12.
New art.
World premiere art. First, tell me what you know. And the summary, I apologize. The summary of episode 12. First, tell me what you know. Martin Bucer is in pretty bad shape, while Philippe is back to his rare form. James and Hart get better acquainted with Xavier, while Sebastian and his soldiers continue their Wooler hunt.
Yep.
If you have no idea what we're talking about, that means you need to go watch and listen and get caught up.
You better get caught up.
So
make sure you listen to season 1 first, then season 2. I've been telling people when they're coming to the airport, especially if they have a long layover, hey, check this out. Kill some time.
Please
enjoy a great story.
As I mentioned before, I recently started a new job, and I've been telling my coworkers and people about it. And I know for a fact I have personally overseen the subscriptions of at least a dozen people. So getting them numbers up, moving in the right direction. And of course, in this image, we have the Strasbourg Cathedral in the background with Michael and Daphne. Appears to be in a boat coming down the river. So,
fire.
I guess we'll see what that's all about, or hear what that's all about. And big announcement. Here is the cover page for season 3, episode 1 of Murphy's Inc., written by Mr. Tyrus Rayner. It's in rough draft form. This was as of yesterday. I finally got my hands on it and started going through editing and reviewing. But season 3 is happening. It is coming. We are not in early development anymore. Scripts are coming in. So we will look to likely record early next year and release like we have been the last however many weeks of the year next year.
Yay!
And going back and talking about the art for a moment, that the Murphy's Inc. art, it's being done by the dynamic duo father-son, Lawrence and Diego Iriarte, who, of course, did this fantastic art. This was, we attended a con earlier this year, and they joined us, and they did this piece for us. So, of course, if you can't tell, that's us. Obviously I'm the baby. But the big news about this piece, and I didn't tell James about this before we went on the air, is this.
Oh, that's the done one?
That is the finished piece.
Oh, wait.
So, I as I said, I didn't want to spoil it. I really wanted to get a genuine first feel from you.
That's awesome.
So obviously, Kal-El, Jor-El on Krypton.
As it's going boom, boom.
About to get placed into the rocket to blast away to Earth. And of course, signed by Diego and Lawrence. Nice. So what do you think, James?
I dig it. I really dig it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you can't see it, but back on my wall up here, I have the original sketch, obviously not colored. It is amazing, like comparing the two. Looking at how it looks with the color versus how it looks with just the ink and whatnot.
That's awesome.
I love how this turned out. So thank you, Diego and Lawrence, for this piece.
That's awesome.
We love it. We love the work that you guys do. Obviously, since they're also going to be doing the Murphy's Inc. comic book.
Yeah.
So we're excited. That's coming along.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll have lots more to say on that in the future as we get closer to releasing issue number 1. But it is coming, and yeah. So James, you've been back in the saddle, if you will, in Vegas there since Saturday. So you got about
Friday, bro.
Friday. Yes, you're correct. Yeah. So you've got 5-6 days under your belt. How is it being back? You went to Disneyland on Thursday. You were there hard until 7:00.
Yeah.
And then you did the drive back. Got back home around. I think you messaged me around 11-ish, 11:30.
Yeah.
And back to work on Friday. So How was that? How was the turnaround?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad because I don't normally go to bed till late anyway. So getting home, I mean, the drive was kind of taxing. I will say that, but because I had to deal with traffic on the way out of Anaheim and stuff like that. But
and you, the main reason you didn't get to be with us the entire time we were there, and the reason you kind of had to scramble to get back, because of F1.
Yeah, and that was absolutely it was a big nothing burger. They thought it was going to be this whole big thing with tons of people. And I was like, bro, F1 is not that's a rich person sport.
I mean, Vegas is a rich person city.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying F1 itself is like the tickets for F1 were a G, well, not all of them, but a good number of them were over a G, and that just for the ticket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's
watch a car whiz by.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can see it for a second. I actually recorded the race here just because I'll sit down and fast forward through it, but because I don't really know how F1 works, but I just wanted to record it because it was here and see kind of what the track looked like, things like that on TV. But it's yo, why am I going to pay $1,000 for a seat where I'll be able to see depending on where I am, I'll see the beginning of the race if I'm on the start line, and then I don't see them again for a while, and then they come by and they're gone really quickly. Why? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's an experience. I mean, it's maybe the experience. I don't know. Whatever. There was a couple people that I don't really know anything much about it. I just wanted to experience it because it's the first time here in Vegas, and the race was at night. The race was 10. I think it was 10 at night, and went till we left work around. We stayed at work extra that night, so we stayed until about 2:30 or 3:30 to help out because they thought it was going to be busy. Wasn't, but whatever. So
hey, you got that OT.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I got that OT, but yeah, no, it definitely was not. The numbers they were expecting were not what we did. It was pretty much the Saturday was a little bit busier than normal. And then Sunday was typical, Monday, or a little bit more than typical. And then Monday was a little bit more than typical, but nothing outrageous like they were saying.
Well, and some of that, is also a lot of people seem like they're traveling early for Thanksgiving because they can, because a lot of people work from home now or remote work, so it doesn't matter where they are. And I wanted to ask you about that because you have the fortunate ability that you are off yesterday and today as your normal days off, and tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so you got to avoid today, which is the busiest.
Yeah.
Did they not even ask you, hey, do you want to pick up some OT or?
Nah.
Interesting. So, and tomorrow you get paid as though for 8 hours, right? Even though you're not working.
That's my thing. I don't know because, well, I guess I would be 8 hours because I normally would get, because because normally my shift is 10 hours, but I guess because it's just a holiday, I guess it's 8 hours. So yeah.
Yeah, so you get an extra 8 hours, which will be nice. Get that cheddar. You won't get overtime, but whatever. Take that pay.
I'll take that money though.
And apparently we're getting a holiday bonus for some reason.
Gotta love when those federal government employees get bonuses.
And I was actually talking with my coworker about that today because we went to lunch. By the way, yeah, if you ever come to Vegas, when you come back, we're gonna have to hit this burrito spot, bro.
Please tell us about it. What
Salulitas, okay? And actually in their restaurant, it says I guess home of the big ass burrito. And these burritos are very big. They're weighty too. Like pretty much like it's kind of not the full length of my arm, but I'd say from like my elbow to about here, almost my wrist. And I mean it is fat. And I had a bacon wrapped burrito. And let me tell you, when it says bacon wrapped, like you can get any of their burritos bacon wrapped, right? Mm-hmm. But this one, it was just a constant wrap, and it was crispy bacon. The bacon wasn't flimsy; it was crispy. Held onto that burrito real tight. Oh, so good. Like
what was inside the burrito?
Oh, I don't even remember, bro. It was like there was I think it was carne asada. It had grilled cheese. And when they say grilled cheese, what they mean is they have the cheese on the grill and then they let it melt on the actual grill and then they put it in the burrito. It had of course, it's the bacon wrap, of course. Guacamole, sour cream. It was not sour cream, but their chipotle sauce. I mean, and the thing is that sometimes when you get a burrito, like there's like a lot at the beginning, and then like as you get towards the end, it's just kind of meh. There's not a whole lot of meat or there's not a whole lot of whatever down at the bottom. No, this was all the way through, just different, like just flavorful and full of ingredients all the way down. Like I got to the bottom and it was just like almost all meat, and you can't go wrong with all meat. I see Jenny's checking in. It was 100% delicious. And I posted it on my page on Instagram, and I said they might have ruined Mexican food for me in the best possible way, because like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to order burritos at any other place now. Like I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but I mean it was it was so good. So good.
Yeah, I checked out the page, and I'm gonna, because you're shouting them out so much, I feel like we should at least give them their moment on the Fat and Black Connection. As we do here, we like to, the things that we like and love, we shout them out. So Salulitas Las Vegas. So I was checking out the menu. So this place is right there on Las Vegas Boulevard, 8 a.m. to midnight.
Yeah, they were right
8
across
a.m.
the
to
street.
2 a.m., 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. Dang.
They are right across the street. They are right across the street from Mandalay Bay.
So which one did you have?
The
bacon wrap.
It's the bacon wrap. Yeah.
$18.99. Carne asada burrito wrapped in bacon with grilled Mexican salsa, guacamole, cheese, chipotle sauce.
Yeah.
So that a lot of that sounds delicious.
My buddy had the Salulita, which is
let's see. Salulita, shrimp, bacon, rice, lettuce, Mexican salsa, guacamole, grilled cheese, and chipotle sauce.
Yeah. And that had shrimp in it. And like, sometimes when you get a burrito with shrimp in it, it's a couple pieces of shrimp and then it's like whatever. He was saying there was shrimp all the way through.
I think my wife would like the spam salad, egg, spam, rice, cheese, and sour cream.
Like I'm telling you, I'm definitely going back to this place. Like,
hey, this one, the salchichon, carne asada, Polish sausage, guacamole, sour cream, nacho cheese, and curly fries.
Yeah, they put fries in some of their burritos. There's a lumpia burrito.
Yes, I saw that one. Carne asada, 4 lumpia, guacamole, sour cream, chipotle sauce, cheese, fries, wrapped in a quesadilla.
Yeah. So
hot Cheeto burrito.
Yeah, that one's a newer one.
Then they have their fries, which
those are like the
wow.
there was a family eating there when
it looks like it's just an open faced burrito with fries.
Kind of, but like it's it like they had the fries and it was big. They were there was 4 of them, 2 of them were little, and the parents that they had a lot of food on that table.
They got tacos, combination plates served with rice and beans, breakfast burritos. There we go. Chorizo, egg, potatoes, and cheese. I have no idea what machaca is. Machaca. And then more burritos, tortas, which are just sandwiches, served with fries, super quesadillas, salads. Oh, here we go. Appetizers, side orders, extras, beverages. Oh, they only got a 21-ounce soda for $5.
Yeah.
Does that include refills?
Free refills. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the cups are actually really nice too. I kept the cup.
I apologize for those of you watching. I'm trying to see if they have just like a picture page or anything. Well, Las Vegas weekly specials, James. You might want to check this out. Weekly specials. Monday, the Salulitis burrito. Tuesday is the Bolt fries. Wednesday, the Lumpia burrito. Thursdays, Bionic fries. Friday, Euro burger burrito. Sorry. Saturday, the Carnitas torta. And Sunday, the Spam Salog burrito. So
yeah.
You should keep that in your back pockets, especially since you're off Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna definitely that's 100% have to go back there. Next week, I'm gonna talk to the same coworker I went with today, and I want to go check out the burger place your wife sent me.
What's the name of that?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll look at.
I'm sure she'll send a message in a minute to.
Yeah.
And Jimmy agrees that better be bottomless refills.
Yeah,
$5 for a soda.
It's $5 for a soda, but it's I'm telling you, like I could not believe I cut the first one off because I was like, it was so big. Like this was a twofer. You had to 2-hand this thing, and like pretty much I cut the end off. I ate that, and you almost, like, I like salsa on my burritos. You didn't need salsa on this. Like, you didn't need any sauce. It was just flavorful all the way through without the sauce. And so I tried the sauce that I grabbed, but I hardly used any of it. And Joy Burgers. Yeah.
And actually that was one of the things that we tried while at Disneyland. And I know I'm switching gears just for a moment. You tried the blue milk. And folks, if you don't know, your boy here is lactose intolerant.
Yeah, but there's no milk, and it's amazing. Well, they use
there's milk, but it's
almond milk, or whatever.
No, it was rice milk and something else. Not
whatever they use. I'm telling you, like, okay, 2 years ago we went, and I didn't get it just because I was like, oh, it has milk in it, so I'm not going to try it. But Mark got the green milk, which was from the what was it? What do you call that? The end of the Skywalker saga, like the Star Wars of Rey.
It was from the Last Jedi.
It was the Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Yeah, Last Jedi. That's right. And so they had the green milk, and we tried that one, and it was not very good. So we were we were hesitant, and I was like, you know what? We didn't try the blue milk, so I was like, I'll get the blue milk and try it. And it took the first sip, and I was like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty darn good. And then Mark had a sip and was like, yeah, next time I'm getting this.
Yeah.
and
the matter of factuality, I did.
You did get it. And so the blue milk is very good.
And we I don't know if you did, but I know for sure I saw Mando and Grogu walking around.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was I've seen Chewie, I've seen R2, I've seen Rey, but seeing Mando with Grogu, that was
awesome. Yeah, I've seen Kylo Ren with the stormtroopers. But yeah, no, that was a new highlight
for sure. And going back to Joy Burger just for a moment, which one are you gonna get? I'll read them off to you. I'm assuming not the Veggie Melt. Standard Joy Burger, back Angus patty with chipotle dressing, onion rings, bacon, and arugula on a brioche bun. Teriyaki burger, black Angus. Probably this one was black Angus as well. Black Angus patty with grilled pineapple, grilled red onions, lettuce, and teriyaki sauce. Freeway to Hell. Black Angus patty with onion rings, jalapeno pesto, cayenne habanero, pepper jack cheese on a brioche bun. Build your own. Meh. The blue one, black Angus patty with blue cheese crumbles, blue cheese dressing, bacon, and arugula. I know you're not getting that. Western burger, black Angus patty with our house barbecue sauce, onion rings, bacon, Swiss cheese on a brioche. My guess is you're either going to get the Western burger or the Freeway to Hell.
Yeah, no, Freeway to Hell definitely sounds like what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely sounds amazing.
You can get extra sauces. You can get some pop. Hey, their pop's only $3. It's probably for like a 12-ounce bottle.
Yeah.
Or maybe an 8-ounce can.
Maybe.
Let's see. They also have some appetizers, wings, onion rings, mozzarella sticks. Nothing too special there.
Yeah.
They got some beers. Oh, they got Hoegaarden, Hop Valley, Tenaya Creek Hefeweizen, White Claws for $5. Dos Equis, Sculpin Grapefruit IPA, and Stella Artois. And the fat kid wants a Western. So if you're going to take Jeff with you, then you're going to have to buy him a Western burger.
Come on, Jeff. Come on down.
Yeah, he's in your neck of the woods.
Sort of.
I mean, he's a hell heck of a lot closer to you than he is me.
Yeah, that's true.
So anything fun or exciting planned for tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, the day that we give thanks. I am thankful for my wife and kid. I'm not thankful for you. Okay. I love you, but I'd be more thankful for you if you pulled your weight. But what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for being healthy. I am thankful for just being, having a career now, having a nice house, having family, still with us. This year was a little hard because I lost both my grandmothers, but I still have a lot of family left, so that's nice. But I'm thankful for you. I am thankful for you. We've been friends for a long time.
97 to now.
Yeah, so I mean it's for you being you, my friend.
I do what I can.
So I am going to be going to spend time with the Aguilars. They are so
Rudy Poo.
Yeah, when I grew where I grew up in Newark, my next door neighbor, Rudy, him when he got married, him and his wife moved out here to Vegas, and they had Max was born in the Bay Area, and then their other two kids were born out here. And so they were renting a place that was actually kind of close. And then some stuff went down, so they had to move. And then they moved out to Pahrump. But his entire family is going to be out here. So his mom and dad, his sister's coming with her husband and kids from Georgia. His younger brother's going to come. So I grew up with them. And so me and my brother are going to go out there and have Thanksgiving dinner with them.
That's nice. So your brother doesn't have to work, so that's good. Yeah. And of course, that's your normal day off anyways.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for tomorrow. I assume watch some football as well.
Yeah. Eat, watch some football,
Will you be watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Always do.
Yes, I will be watching that in the morning with my little one. That'll be fun.
Yep.
I'm going to DVR it so that we can speed through the commercials.
Right.
There are some commercials that might be, worthwhile, but
Yeah.
normally
generally, it's not the Super Bowl.
It's not the Super Bowl, but but a lot of times they normally have some trailers and things like that during the
Yeah, and some good holiday commercials.
and then they'll be like, and then like they'll be the kickoff for the holiday specials and stuff like that. They'll probably have some previews for that kind of stuff that's coming up on their station.
For sure. Anything else fun, exciting going on coming up in the near future for you?
No, not really. No, I think that's about it. That's about it. Oh, but I did before we go. Or I mean, I don't know if we're going to be going soon, but there was a story that I heard recently that I was like, it's almost so crazy that it might be true. And I looked it up and it's on the Guardian. So there was this lawyer, or not hold on, let me make sure I get this correct. Because I think it said he was a lawyer, but that doesn't sound right. Sorry. I put it away. Here it is.
I have no idea what story James is about to tell us, so I preface that I do not necessarily approve of the content he is about to provide.
Oh, it was a lawyer. Okay. So there was this lawyer, and he buys this box of it says very rare and expensive cigars.
Okay.
Then he had them insured against fire.
And an insurance company actually took that.
Apparently.
Okay.
So a month later, he files a claim against the insurance company, claiming that the cigars had been destroyed in a series of small fires. Right.
Okay.
So the insurance company refuses to pay him, of course. And so him being a lawyer, he sues and wins.
Sure.
Right.
They should have never insured that.
Right. Then, so what makes the best part, the part of it that's my favorite, was that not long after they paid him, so they paid up $15,000. Okay.
A piece or total?
No, just that was the total. They paid $15,000.
Okay. How much did he pay for these originally? Does it say?
It does not say how much he paid for them originally.
Okay.
But he ends up getting $15,000. Hold on. There was. So basically, anyways, what it boils down to is that then the insurance company files a claim, calls the police, and has arson claims on this guy.
Okay.
And so he ended up getting fined and had to pay more. So basically that $15,000 he got ended up basically being nothing, because he ended up having to pay a lot more than that in like the fees for like court and stuff after the arson claims were put out there. And I was like, that's too good. That is too good. Tried to pull it over.
The insurance didn't get their money back, but at least they stuck it to him.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I was just like, well, like you said, why would they allow that to be a claim against fire with their cigars? Like, duh. I think he thought he was going to be able to pull one over on him. And at first he did, but yeah. He was arrested and subsequently convicted on 24 counts of arson, intentionally burning insured property. It's sentenced to 2 years imprisonment and a fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yo, that is too funny.
So
you thought you were sticking it to somebody, and then you got it stuck to you.
Before we go, I'm going to share one last random weird thing with you. And before I do that, Tyrus checking in. Tyrus, just so that you know, we shared with the audience that season 3 is indeed happening. We showed the cover page for the script of episode 1, which
written by you.
That's right. So, you missed that. You missed a lot of other stuff, so you're going to have to go back and watch and get caught up.
Watch it and find
But
out.
I did want to share this one other thing. I was listening to the radio earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought this was a joke. I did not see how it could be real, but it is indeed real. And it is a movie that released today. It's a holiday movie. It's called Jingle Smells. And what I found more weird about this is it is produced by Logan Sekulow and Sean Hannity.
Is that Hornswoggle?
That is Hornswoggle. That's Jim Brewer. That is a wrestler from AEW, James Storm. That right there is John Snyder of Dukes of Hazzard or Smallville. So I was like, wait, what? This is real? Jingle Smells. So this is the official website for Jingle Smells. It has an all-star cast, including John Schneider, Eric Roberts, Ben Davies, Jim Brewer, Victoria Jackson, SNL as well, Dylan Postal, James Storm, and Sean Hannity. The upcoming Christmas comedy Jingle Smells from executive producers Logan Sekulow and Sean Hannity have revealed a release date and first look trailer available Thanksgiving Day. They released it, I guess, a day early. The family-friendly holiday film's all-star cast includes the people already previously said. Premiering exclusively on Rumble, Jingle Smells is the first feature film non-documentary to debut on the platform.
What the hell's Rumble?
Rumble is it was a like Uber. I don't want to say Uber. It was a conservative platform created of social media for yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need to say.
It at the time was meant to compete with Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I.
So here's the synopses, I think. The film features war vet Nick Gutman, played by Ben Davies, who is forced to take a job with his dad's, John Schneider, quirky garbage men buddies who are hired to conduct a wild secret mission, destroying perfectly good toys by Christmas Eve. These popular toys were pulled from the shelf after the film star, James Storm. They are based on is canceled for his patriotic views.
Oh, boy.
Instead of destroying them, Nick takes on the secret identity, Jingle Smells, and becomes a Robin Hood of the holidays. Jingle Smells also stars Jim Brewer of Saturday Night Live, Victoria Jackson, Saturday Night Live, Dylan Postal, WWE, also known as Hornswoggle, Brad Stein, Jacqueline Stape, Sean Hannity, and features a special appearance by the Jay Sekulow Band and a special voice appearance by Governor Mike Huckabee.
Oh, boy.
We're breaking away from mainstream Hollywood and doing something totally different, says Sean Hannity. Jingle Smells is a hilarious and heartwarming story filled with a great message and void of all the crazy agendas being presented to those other entertainment platforms.
Of course it is.
Jingle Smells is a movie that your entire family can enjoy together this Christmas season. So it is... viewers can stream the movie for $19.99. Pre-order for only $14.99 now through November 10th. I'm gonna, just for funsies, go ahead and pull up the trailer and let it play in the background while we talk about this for a couple of minutes. I love John Schneider. I think he was great in Dukes of Hazzard. I think he was great in Smallville.
Yeah.
He was actually being interviewed today on the radio that I was listening to when they were talking about this film.
Uh-huh.
And I don't even know like what to say here. And Tyrus asks, are we doing 25 days of Podmas this year? James?
I don't know. I mean, I'm down, but
And he also asks if what we think of the new Karate Kid movie starring Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. I don't think anything of it because I wasn't aware.
yeah, no, I actually the only I saw a commercial on Facebook, and they were looking for the new kid, I guess. But they're gonna be doing it together. Which, if you saw of course, the original Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, and then with the Jaden Smith Karate Kid, Jackie Chan was Mr. Miyagi, or I don't know if his name was Mr. Miyagi in that.
Well,
film.
and so I guess my question would be: is it continuing the story that we're getting in the Netflix series
Cobra
Kai, or is
I don't.
it?
That's what I don't know. I'm thinking it might have something to do with that. I mean, if it has Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, that's two different Karate Kids. I mean, they might as well throw in what's her name, Million Dollar Baby. The next Karate Kid. No,
So I'm looking at an article in Variety right
can't remember her
now.
name. Was it Hillary Swank?
Yes.
Yeah, they should throw her in there too.
Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, who starred in separate Karate Kid films decades apart, will unite for a brand new movie set in the martial arts franchise. The new movie, from Sony Pictures director Jonathan Entwistle and writer Rob Lieber, will premiere in theaters December 13th, 2024. So we're still over a year away. Karen Rosenfeld is producing. Plot details are kept under wraps on the new movie, but Macchio will reprise his role as Daniel LaRusso, whom he played in the original Karate Kid film trilogy and brought back in Netflix Cobra Kai series. Chan will return to the role of Mr. Han, a kung fu master based on Mr. Miyagi, who coached Jaden Smith's Dre Parker in the 2010 remake. Macchio has kept the character of Daniel going through Cobra Kai, which has announced its 6th and final season earlier this year. That show, created by blah, 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 takes place several decades after the events of Karate Kid, reigniting a rivalry between Daniel and Johnny. It's unclear how the sprawling story of Cobra Kai will factor into the new Karate Kid movie. Making the announcement in a video posted to YouTube, Chan and Macchio launched a global casting search for a brand new Karate Kid to lead the movie. If you're interested, submit an audition tape to karatekidcasting.com. I'm a little confused by this due to the fact that this releases in about a year and they're looking for the kid now. I get the films can be made quickly, but that seems like
it has to have some martial arts skills already. That's all I'm gonna say, because you're not gonna have time to train them up in a year.
Yeah, for sure.
Less than a year. You got a few months.
They talk about Macchio's repped by Untitled Entertainment. Chan is repped by CAA. Blah blah blah. Speaking of repped, I don't want to get too political or anything, but did you hear about Susan Sarandon?
No.
She got dropped by her reps this week for making comments about what's going on over in Israel and between Gaza and Israel and everything. And if you want to have an opinion, you're welcome to it, but sometimes you got to deal with the ramifications that might come with that. Yeah. And she seems to be upset by being dropped, but maybe you should have talked to your reps before you went out and opened your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sucks. I mean, as a celebrity, you got to know that you're going to be scrutinized. Like whatever you say, you gotta really watch what you say. You're not just like some keyboard warrior or whatever saying whatever. That doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't, because some people will see it, a lot of people won't. So, but if you have celebrity, whatever you say, like, somebody's gonna find it. TMZ will find it and expose it. Yeah, even if you don't want it to be exposed, they'll Like,
well, and again,
whatever news or like some news organization will find it, and this is what stars are saying about the situation. And
well, and to
so,
my point, everyone has the right to free speech. You are welcome to say whatever you want, think whatever you want. I may not agree with your point of view, whatever, but
sometimes mum's the word.
If you say something, be willing to stand by it and deal with the ramifications. What's frustrating is when you get upset when people are not happy about what you said. And it is a lose-lose situation. She could have said something the complete opposite of what she said, and she would have pissed off a lot of people as well.
It depends. I don't know what she said because I don't really pay attention like that much. But like, yeah, because she could have said something that was pro-Palestine and maybe pissed off her people, or she said something pro-Israel and pissed off her people. So it doesn't really matter. Like those kind of situations, sometimes, again, mum's the word. Sometimes. I mean, and you can have your opinion and maybe you can say it to friends and family and stuff, but if you're in front of a camera or in front of and you're making a post on social media, no, sometimes things may come back and get you.
Well, and when you go and stand at a protest in front of a crowd of thousands and you've got a microphone in your hand, you have to know somebody's got a camera. Like, yeah, it's the reality of our society today.
Dude, okay, yeah. I was actually talking about that earlier today. I was like, bro, like ever since like the advent of camera phones it's been good and it's been bad. It's been good that you can capture things like at a moment instead of having to carry around a bulky video camera or whatever. But sometimes it's like, bro, put the camera away. These kids just recently they are now convicted of murder because they recorded them. So they were basically recorded themselves beating this kid up, who later ended up dying because of his injuries. And it was over some headphones and a weed pen cartridge. What? Like, these young people, what are you doing? Stop recording your crimes, you idiots. Thank you for recording them so that we can catch you and get you off the streets. But what?
The problem is they're not going to be off the streets for long. They're minors. They're going to get off easy, and they're going to be back out.
Not these guys, apparently.
We'll see. Going back to the martial arts thing and talking about Karate Kid film, Tyra says they pulled Noah Ringer for The Last Airbender from an open call. Horrible movie, though, but the kid was really good at martial arts.
All right. I didn't see that movie, and I kind of have refused to see that movie.
And he says, now that we got things like Murphy's and Oak Bridge, I will not speak on anything political on any platform. I don't discuss who I vote for in elections anymore. Again, it's okay to have opinions. Absolutely. Yeah. If you are a conservative, if you're a liberal, if you're at the end of the day, be you, but be willing to stand by it.
And sometimes there are consequences.
And just make sure you're educated. That's the big thing I stress to anyone is educate yourself on both opinions before you speak. Because if all you do is keep yourself in an echo chamber of conservative, or liberal, you're missing out on other points of view. And you and I have talked about this. I tend to lean conservative, but that's more when it comes to fiscal stuff. You tend to lean more liberal in general. Mm-hmm. But I think both of us are pretty good at listening to both sides and hearing the picture overall before making a decision.
No matter how crazy some sides sound absolutely crazy and other sides sound absolutely crazy to other people. So it's like you just got to listen. Just got to listen, take it in, then form your own opinions based on what you got.
Yeah.
And then, like, again, a lot of people, we talked about, and this is something we talked about off the air, because it was one of those things that I didn't know a lot about, so I didn't want to speak on it. And so it was one of the things where we talked about it, and it's like, you know what, I can't I all I know is that this has been going on for it feels like eons, but I don't know enough about it to really speak on it. So therefore, I don't speak on it. That's why I think some people are making these jumps. There's people that make these jumps to these, oh, they're pro
Well,
Palestine.
my favorite TikToker is saying this, so it must be true.
Must be true. Yeah. So like, they're, so like you have people who are, pro Palestine. You have people that pro Israel, and some of these people I've followed for a while, and it's like I don't I don't know. You guys do you. I'm not going to judge you based on who you're for, but just let's make sure that at the end of the day, I don't want. I mean, it's already a crazy conflict as is. We don't need any. We don't need it. I mean,
yeah, like I said, have your opinion, but just make sure it's educated.
Yeah,
take the
100%.
time. Take the time to learn
Read
the
about it.
history, not about what's going on today. Learn the history overall.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about even the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I'm talking about learn the history.
This is like, I swear, I feel like this has been going on since biblical times.
And you're factually right. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of years of conflict. And so I'm not here to say who's right or wrong. I'm just here to say there's an issue, and the reality is somebody's got to intercede. I don't necessarily want it to be us.
Definitely not. I think what Jim Gaffigan said, I liked what Jim Gaffigan said, and this was from a number of years ago. He says, we need to send he was making a joke, yes, but almost it's somewhat serious. It's like, we need to send a good dad over there. It's like, hey, figure it out, or neither of you get it. Yeah.
And Tyrus is going back to work. Happy Turkey Day, Tyrus. Enjoy the rest of your shift.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been trying to make peace over there for eons, and it's.
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's a done deal, but I know they were made some kind of peace treaty for the time being, at least, to get some of the hostages back, I believe.
I would not call it a peace treaty. I would call it a treaty.
What they made
an armistice, a temporary armistice or ceasefire.
Ceasefire, yeah. I think I just used the wrong word. But yeah, to get some of those hostages out. And I think the main hostages are getting out right now. Or one of the big ones was the kids, getting those kids out of there. So
yeah. I don't know. Luckily you and I, we represent ourselves. We don't have some company that, helps us get gigs or something.
We are the company.
Yeah. So you can't cancel us. So we could sit here and we could say, oh, I'm X and you're Y, and we could just go hard, and nobody can do anything about it because
you can't do anything about it.
We're independent. You could turn us off, and
you
that's
definitely
fine.
could.
We'd hate to lose you.
And we've said that before. If you don't like what we're talking about, bye. We don't do this for you. We do this for us. So
kick rocks.
We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. We want you to enjoy it, but we hope you enjoy what we talk about.
We're never going to be fake. We're never going to put on a show for who we want to appease today. We're doing us.
Who do you think I am, Logan Paul?
Right. Careful, dude. That guy, he could come down on us. He could get us shut down.
I'm not gonna fight you, Logan Paul. I don't want to fight you.
I mean, he'd knock you out.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to fight you.
I'll give the dude his props. He'd beat the crap out of you in less than 3 rounds. You'd be done.
I listen. I'd take one shot and then be like, I'm out. I just fall over in the fetal position, just lay there.
Yeah, that's like anybody who went up against Tyson in the 80s. If you lasted more than 3 rounds,
what was that?
Good on you. But
what was that with that fight when he came back? What was his name? Hurricane McNeely, I think his name was.
Oh my God!
Oh, that was horrible. All that money for that fight, that man went down first round.
Whatever, they got paid for not doing much.
Yeah, just boop 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 and night.
Yeah.
That's like those the first Ronda Rousey fights
Yeah.
with the quickness.
All right, man. You got anything else?
Nah, man. And just all I want to say is, hopefully y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Make sure show love to your family. Hopefully you're able to be with your families. If not, hopefully you'll be able to be with the ones you like, and maybe do a friendsgiving.
And if not, love the one you're with.
That's kind of where I was going, but no, definitely, make sure you guys, show your thanks for what you got, and hopefully you have a wonderful day tomorrow.
Agreed. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Remember, be thankful. Even though you may not have much, be thankful for what you do have. Because
Some
if
people
nothing
ain't
else,
got nothing.
if nothing else, you got air in your lungs and you're living. So some people aren't.
Every day above ground is a great day. Remember that. All right. Peace.